Hey guys, what's up? Patrick here, and it is time, finally, to start my Gundam Age Robot Damashii 4-part review. That's right, 4 parts. We're going to be taking a look at each figure individually. The Sparrow, or Spallow, however you want to say it, the Titus, and of course, the very first one, the Age 1 Normal. But we're actually going to be starting backwards. We're going to go Sparrow first. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the review. Before I get into the figure itself, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Pretty nice, pretty clean looking. There's the front, the side. This is number 112 out of the Robot Damashii line. I'm assuming that's correct order. And then we have the back. Really not saying too much about the figure unless that's all. I don't know what that is. But anyways, just shows some of the posing, some of the little weapons you get. And there's the other side. So now let's go ahead and crack this baby open and see what we get with the figure first. For accessories, you're not going to get too much in terms of weapons, but well, you do get a lot of our hands. First, starting off, before we get to those, we're going to have a Robot Damashii little attachment for your stage. And then we're going to get some hands. We're going to have the open palms, and then some open weapon holding palms. And then we'll get some arm thruster vents that are opened. And then you get 2 blades, and one's supposed to be just, I guess, in its normal form, and the other is kind of sparkly. In fact, when you look at them, you can obviously tell the difference between. This one has a little bit of sparkles in it, some glitter, I guess you could say, in the plastic itself. While this one's actually just clear green, and you can see right through it. They kind of look like GN blades, don't they? Okay, so articulation for this figure is pretty basic. Where should we start? We'll start with the head. Okay, you get a ball jointed head, and it's actually kind of double jointed. You also get a ball joint at the bottom of the neck, so you got this whole free motion going on. It can go 360, of course, just like any good Gundam figure of this day and age. The arms are next. As you can see, they have this funny looking hinge joint right there. I'll tell you about that later. You get double jointed elbows, of course, and they can bend up about that much. Arms are, of course, also on a ball joint and can turn 360. There you go. And they can go about that far up with the shoulder armor. It's not very constricting at all. In fact, when you move the arm up, that white armor actually moves up as well. So not too bad. The torso is double jointed. You have a ball joint up there and then a ball joint at the bottom. And you get a pretty good range of motion there. You can go about that far forward with the mobile suit and that far back. Hands are on this new kind of way they do things. It's a peg hand, but you still get 360 with it and full range of motion. What it is it. I'll show you with the accessories. But anyways, you can get a full range of motion and everything. Legs can go about that far up before the skirt armor blocks it, and it can move up about that high. Skirt armor. The side skirt armor, simple hinge, just goes up that much. The back skirt armor can move as well. Oops, and I took it off, but it's on a ball joint, as you saw. This little part flips down, can hold the weapon. Going down, we have the knees. I showed you already, they can bend, they're double jointed. This leg also has a ball jointed ankle, and it can also turn as such. As you can see, there is a joint or a bend in the foot itself, and I think that's it. Nice high heels for a mobile suit. Arming this guy up is pretty easy. You can put either blade in his hand. But the first step is actually detaching his right or left hand, which can be pretty scary. Let me just say that much right now. You go ahead and just rip this bad boy off, and don't be scared to get in there. So he just pops off right there. As you can see, it's a simple plug-in joint for the hands. Something pretty different for Robot Damashii fans. We're all used to just having a simple ball joint, plug-in, plug-out thing. But anyways, this one is actually a peg insert. So anyways, we went ahead, we put it in. This part where you see that little gray piece right there, that's always supposed to be on the inside of the mobile suit's palm. So that's how you know you got it on right. We're going to go ahead and go with the active blade and slide that in his hand. And there, now the Gundam Sparrow or Sparrow or Spallow, I don't know, however the hell you guys want to pronounce it. I'm going to stick with Sparrow. There he is, mounted with his blade. Now to make him look even more menacingly, we can attach one of these little open thrust vents for added speed for when he's thrusting his blade into another mobile suit. Really, it doesn't do much to the effect of the suit, but it's still pretty cool. And maybe you've already seen this before in other reviews, but you get an extra little side weapon that you don't really get any sort of novelty shooting out part for. The kneecaps can shoot out these little guns that shoot little spikes, I guess you can call them. But anyways, the kneecaps detach from the actual leg themselves. They're still connected at this bottom piece right there. And you can pose him doing that, do whatever, and they snap back in. So all in all, not too bad. Nice little simple suit. You can take the other blade if you want and go ahead and put it on the back of the mobile suit. And there, now he has double fighting blade action. You can actually put both blades into this guy. So it's not too bad. Pretty basic. But with that being said, we can now go ahead and go into the final portion of this video. So to sum up this first review, I have to say that Sparrow was pretty, what's the right word I'm looking for? Surprising, I guess. I was expecting a little bit more of a stiffness, I guess you could say, but having this be a high mobility type mobile suit for the Gundam, or sorry, parts for the Gundam, you know, the articulation is appreciated, and it's not bad at all. In fact, you know, if you get all three, it fits in there well. I guess if I had to wish for anything, I'd ask for a little effect parts for the little knee shooting spike things. But two blades is still cool too. You can do some double wielding action like I have him doing right now. It is not bad at all. Not too much. Not too much money as well. So he's going pretty cheap. Anyways, that wraps up the first part of my Gundam Age review. Stay tuned for the second part where we take a look at the Titus, and then after that the normal. And in the fourth and final review, I'm going to be showing you something about these figures that I haven't seen too many other reviewers showcase. But anyways, this is Patrick 1969. Thanks for watching the first part, and stay tuned for part 2. Bye-bye.